I'm a member of the press. There's nothing in California law that says members of the press can't record sessions like this. I'm recording this meeting.
David, do you have any meeting information you would like to provide, typical numbers that we read out, or is that available at this time? Then no problem. We'll come back to that later on. We'll move on to item 1204, approval of the minutes of the previous meeting. The minutes have been posted on the Astm website for members to review. We'd like to entertain a motion to approve the minutes of the previous meeting from December 9, 2011. As distributed.
Second.
Been moved and seconded to accept the minutes from the previous meeting. Any discussion? Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. Motion approved. Carries. Next item is the approval of the committee DO2 meeting agenda. Hearing none, the agenda is, we'd like to have a motion to approve the agenda.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. Item 1206, report of the executive subcommittee. Jim Semnick will be reporting to us.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The meeting of the Astm D0290 Executive Committee was convened by Chairman Jennings on Sunday, June 24, 2012 at 1 p.m. in the Continental Ballroom 5 of the San Francisco Union Square Hilton. 43 members and guests were in attendance, providing a quorum. Mr. Jennings continued with a welcome to San Francisco. Chairman Jennings read the Astm antitrust statement and advised that this should be read and referred to at the beginning of each technical meeting. He also announced that electronic recording of meetings is now prohibited at Astm technical meetings. Roll call and proxy announcements were made. Mr. Don Onweiler, executive of the National Council of Weights and Measures, was recognized as our guest, as well as ASTM's president, Mr. Jim Thomas. Approvals of the December 2011 meeting minutes were made, as well as approvals of the members at large for D0290. Announcements were made of the many workshops and symposiums sponsored this past week. Additional announcements were made of the other ASTM committee meetings here this week, including D01 on paint, D03 on gaseous fuels, D16 on aromatic hydrocarbons for special uses, G03 on weathering and durability, and E48 on biotechnology. And the state of D02 finances were reported, indicating a cash balance of $49,102.53 prior to this meeting.
I'm Jim Bover, Chair of Coordinating Subcommittee 92. The Proficiency Test Program is initiating 2 new programs in 2012, Petroleum Coke and naphtha. ASTM is also on a contract with DoD for JP8 military jet fuel program.
We have a motion and a second to accept the report of CS92. Any discussion? Those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
This is a report from Subcommittee handle the viscosity characteristic hydraulic fluids.
The iron chip corrosion test.
Good afternoon. Subcommittee 91 on thermometry. Actually, we don't have any standards. Well, yeah. All right. Okay, now that you got me off track. E2005, which has responsibility for the standard specification for E1 thermometers. It is up for reapproval. They're going to pull the spirit thermometers out of E1 and put them in E2251, which is the specification for alternative liquid thermometers. This then separates the mercury-containing devices from the organic liquid-containing devices. E2009 on digital contact thermometers is alternatives to liquid and glass thermometers. We were going to talk about developing a standard method for determining immersion depth on DCT probes.
We have a motion and a second to accept the report for CS91. Any discussion? Hearing none, those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
One thing, Mr. Chairman, before I yield the floor.
Yes.
I've had a number of comments this week about my dress. So in Norfolk, I will wear a coat and tie to make everybody happy.